Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me for what I hope will be a very interesting video. Because today's topic is Parkside impact wrenches. Well, when I say impact wrenches, some of these are popular Parkside impact drivers that I have converted into impact wrenches. We've got the non-performance Parkside A1 impact driver converted into an impact wrench with a 1/2 inch anvil. We've got the C3 performance Parkside impact driver, also with a 1/2 inch anvil. We've got the very big Parkside High Torque in its A3 version, also the very popular 400 Nm Parkside impact wrench in the B2 version, and on the very far left there we've got the Parkside Performance A1 impact driver, which is very elusive, but I managed to find one and convert it into a 1/2 inch anvil impact wrench. Unfortunately, the answer to the question if there is a plug-and-play conversion for the A1 impact driver into an impact wrench with a 1/2 inch anvil is no, there isn't. You do need a lathe. On the other hand, I think I have a plug-and-play conversion for the Parkside non-performance impact drivers, both for the A1 version and the B2 version. So a video of that will be coming soon to a screen in front of you. And my final shameless plug before we get into it, if you want to see the C3 performance impact driver into an impact wrench conversion, watch this video right here. For your viewing pleasure today, I am maxing out this torque wrench at 210 Newton meters. First up, the A1 impact driver with a maximum of 180 Newton meters with a 1/2 inch anvil, no mode settings on it, and a full 4-amp battery. Los geht's! It certainly didn't enjoy the experience, however, it did get the job done. 210 again. The B2 impact wrench with a claim of 400 Newton meters going up next. It will be on max settings, which is 400 Newton meters, and a full 4-amp battery. Let's see how it does. Vamos! Next up, the sought-after A1 model of the Parkside Performance impact driver converted into an impact wrench, highest mode, which is 226 Newton meters, and a full 4-amp battery. I'm ashamed to admit how much I paid for this. Andiamo. And I feel no more shame. If you have one of these that you want to convert into an impact wrench, these are the instructions that I used to make the one you see in front of you. And now time for the newest version of that tool, the Parkside Performance Impact Driver C3 model with a 1/2 inch anvil. Mode 4 and 3 bars of 4-amp power. Ande. Place your bets, quicker or slower than the first model. Finally, the chunky boy that is the Parkside Performance High Torque Impact Wrench, A3 version, maximum settings and 3 bars of battery. Allez! On to the weight test, with a 4-amp battery of course. The A1 impact driver converted into an impact wrench with the 4-amp battery, 1 kilo, 800 grams. 400 Newton meter Parkside impact wrench with a 4-amp battery, 2.5 kilos. Parkside Performance C3 impact driver, converted into an impact wrench with a 1/2-inch anvil, as its starting terrain is just above 1.5 kilos. Parkside Performance A1 impact driver with a 1/2-inch anvil, pretty much the same weight as the C3, however, quite a lot longer. Last but not least, the A3 version of the Parkside Performance 1/2-inch high torque impact wrench. With a 4-amp battery, it's a very heavy beast at nearly 3.5 kilos. I really hope you like this video because of all the rain that I'm having to film it in. Now let's analyze what we've just seen. This is my appalling attempt at a table with columns for price, weight, performance, availability, added costs, and a special column for other things that must be mentioned. The cheapest tool that I bought here is the Parkside non-performance impact driver for 38 euros. The most expensive one is the high torque Parkside for 129 euros. Something else that catches the eye is the price I paid for the Performance A1 impact driver, because I paid about 100 euros for a used one. It's no longer in production and the prices I think will only be going up. And I might be to blame after this video. In terms of size, I found the Performance impact drivers to be the best compromise between weight and power. As for how they handled unscrewing 210 Newton meters, I was most surprised by the A1 Performance impact driver. Another interesting thing to look into is the availability of these tools, with some of them being extremely easy to find, whereas others are very difficult to get a hold of. The added costs column exists because I had to convert some of these tools into impact wrenches, and by far the most expensive in this category was the A1 Performance impact driver, because it cost me around 20 euros to convert from an impact driver into an impact wrench. On the other hand, the cheapest one to convert was the newest model of the same tool. The final thing that has to be mentioned is that some tools are no longer available. Others have newer models or can even be found on sale for a cheaper price than the one I paid for them. So, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For me personally, the battle is between these three: the C3, A1 and the A3. However, as with all things in life, I think that the best road to take is the middle one. It's a shame that the A1 is no longer manufactured. Now, it's up to you. Please feel free to vote down in the comments. What video would you like to see first? The Parkside impact driver into an impact wrench conversion with a 1/2-inch anvil, or a brushless conversion of the Parkside B2 impact wrench?